HOA Karen hosted a beach party on my land, so I released 500 crabs onto the sand. Living near an HOA Karen is like living next to a natural disaster in human form. Loud, entitled, and completely convinced that every inch of shared, or even private, space belongs to her. But nothing could have prepared me for the day she decided to host a beach party on my land. It started innocently enough. I had spent months restoring a small private beach I owned along the local waterfront, creating a quiet retreat for friends and family. The sand was soft, the water pristine, and the area perfectly private. Or at least it had been until Karen got wind of it. One Saturday morning, I drove down to my beach only to see the chaos. Tents, coolers, speakers, and over 30 guests sprawled across my sand. At the center of it all was Karen, wearing a sun hat 3 sizes too big, clipboard in hand, and grinning like she'd discovered a free amusement park. "Surprise!" she shouted. "I thought your beach would be perfect for our HOA summer bash." I stared at her. My private property, my sand, my rules. But she didn't care. Entitlement had apparently reached critical mass. Rather than confront her with anger, I decided to teach Karen a lesson she would never forget. I had recently rescued a large number of small crabs from a construction site along the coast, and they were safely contained in a large enclosure on my property. Crabs are harmless, but highly mobile, and they do not appreciate being handled or having a party thrown over their territory. With a few well-timed releases, I opened the enclosures and let 500 crabs scuttle across the sand. In minutes, Karen's perfect beach party turned into chaos. Guests screamed, coolers tipped over, and the music drowned under the sound of people hopping and shrieking as crabs crawled over feet, chairs, and picnic blankets. Karen shrieked, flailing her clipboard like a weapon, as the crabs scattered across her party. She tried to reclaim order, but it was impossible. The crabs had claimed the sand as their own, and she had violated my property in the most spectacularly ironic way. By the time I strolled down to the water, sipping a cold drink, the guests were retreating to their cars, barefoot and crab-covered. Karen tried to argue, claiming community rules and fun in moderation, but I calmly reminded her that this was private property. Her entitlement, unfortunately for her, didn't override the law or the crabs. The HOA, once notified, backed me completely. Karen had not only trespassed but had thrown an event without permission. She was formally reprimanded, and the story of the Crab Beach Party spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. Neighbors laughed, photos circulated, and Karen's reputation as the HOA tyrant who couldn't respect private property reached legendary status. From that day forward, my beach remained peaceful, my sand crab-free, and Karen never again tried to claim it for her events. Every time I see a crab scuttle along the shore, I can't help but smile, because sometimes the simplest creatures deliver the most satisfying lessons in entitlement and respect. The moral? HOA Karens can try to occupy your space, but nature, and a little creativity, always has the final word.